everyone, join me today as I share my Hobonichi order from Jet Pens along with why I moved from an A5 to an A6 for 2024. Hello everyone and welcome to my first video for September 2023. After my last couple videos I made during the summertime, I decided to take a hiatus and try to find new creativity outlets, which I am going to share in the month of October of what I have created. I am so out of practice making videos. It took me over 45 minutes to set this up. I had to use one of my other desks because my main desk has a project on it which I did not want to move out of the way. Greg of Stationary Shenanigans. This isn't on the Wednesday that we predicted, but I did receive this in a timely manner from Jet Pens. I chose Jet Pens over ordering my Hobonichi for next year after I said I'm never going to do Hobonichi again 2 years ago, due to the fact that I was making a small order and I really am confused about the shipping and handling. I don't think it's a language barrier thing. It might just be an ADHD autistic thing, or nothing really caught my attention. Then at the last second, and if I remember when I am editing this, I will put the person's name that I saw this particular cover on cover. That caught my attention. I said, okay, I'll give it another chance, and I think this time I'm going to try the infamous original Avec Hobonichi. And before we dive into this, and I've had this for about 4 days now, and I was really good about not opening it up because I wanted it to open up here so I could feel the privilege of opening it up like everyone else has done past week. This is an A6. Before we open it up and see exactly what the Avec is, if you're not familiar with it, I will share my understanding of it. But 2 years ago, I decided to jump on the Hobonichi wagon, and I got myself an A5. So right there, you can see there's an extreme difference in sizes. Over the past year, I've been using A6 journals, blank note books, and I find that the pressure of trying to fill in such a large area in the Hobonichi will be less stressful for me, because I get anxiety over, am I doing it right? What should I put? I'm not trying to get mine to look like everyone else's, because it's not me that's creating it. It's you that's creating your designs. And I thought I'd give you a quick show of what I did, and I didn't even finish it. I stopped, I think, I think November was my last day that I did it, because look how thick it got. If you've seen the original A5 before anyone fills it, and this is heavy. This never went anywhere with me. I did a little my own type of thing, even though I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. Each month was color coordinated, so when you had to look for a month, you could just pick that color and it'd take you right to that month. Well, I didn't know that until halfway through the year. So what I did is I used some of my tags, and I wanted to have the dailies, the weeklies, and the months so I could just go right to it. So for example, the months, as you can see, a lot of it, at first I was using it for, like, for example, last August, I think it was April Penguin Creatives that was doing a Hobonichi one day thing of drawing something. And so I decided, well, that's what I'll use the monthlies for. I do have a planner that I use for my business, and so I didn't want to repeat that. So as you can tell, some of the other months, I just wrote things I've done, or when I've gotten things, like I got some things from Job's journals, his PET tape. And so I really enjoyed using these stickers to decorate the next couple months. I will tag who this person is because I cannot think of her name right now, but she's an artist from the Philippines. I might try to carefully take them off because Hobonichi paper in general is very forgiving, and reuse them for this year. So that was October, November, and then I did December. December I really liked. And as you can tell, I didn't use any in 2023. My weeks, which I'm not going to really show you because it's personal writings, except I can show you this one. I was trying to use the columns. Let me see if I can find a blank one. I was using the columns like, oh, I could just journal what happened during that day. And it just didn't work for me. But that's okay because it works for other people. So for example, this one I received a shipment of ink samples. So I did my ink samples here, and it was a 2 for a reason thing to see if these inks will work well in my Hobonichi, and then see if there's any bleed through, and just to show what my order is. Kim Control really shares that a lot when she does an unboxing, where I got that idea from on some of my day pages. Once she gets a shipment from one of her orders, she puts a little snippet of everything on that page and writes about it. So here's some more personal stuff. Let's see, what else? Yeah. So that's what happened to me with the weeks. Then we get into the months. So I will show you about the months. In between the months, though, in the A5 and the weeks, they give you 1, 2, 3 pages of empty paper to do. So when I got my Sarasa clip pens, which I love, these particular ones write really nice on this paper. I did that. And then, for example, like I was just saying how Kim does it, here's when I got my PET tape from Job's journals. And so I wrote about it. And then I ordered from Paper Treats, had some really cute stuff. So Paper Treat Shop, sorry. So I did that. And then in the months, if you're not familiar with it, the first page is kind of like a title page, and then it goes into the days. And so this was just me decorating it. And this particular little character is from my friend Talia of Chasing Olives on Instagram. She's a fabulous illustrator. So here Meg wrote a little note to me, and so I just put down some things. So I'll just show you a couple of these items that I get through the Happy Mail, items that were in my stash. Like Melanie from the UK sends me beautiful stuff all the time. So every time I get something during that year, the 2022, I put it in there. So, yep, I finally got the crud. And it wasn't COVID, it wasn't flu, it wasn't strep throat, it just was crud. And I couldn't believe it. So, of course, I had to document that. And this is watercolor, so watercolor works very well on this. So, that's what I did here. Here's some more ink. A trip I took a couple of years ago, I put in there. I have videos about that. I will try to remember to link down below so you guys can look at those if you want to look at them. Then for one of the months, I think the month of September, September, I decided just to do quotes. This is the title page. And then these are the quotes. Oh yeah, that August that I wrote on the August one that I wrote on the monthly, this is what it was. Each day was a different prompt. And so I got my watercolors out and did it. So that's what that was. September, I was starting to get burnt out, so I just did quotes every day. And if I got something in the mail, like this one is from Lucretia Hall, she sent me a note, so I had to put that in there with some of the things she sent me. My friend Maggie sent me some things on that day, so I put them in there. And about this time, for a little bit, I was in Joe Journal's Patreon, and he was giving us date stickers to print out and use in our Hobonichi. So just some more things. And then October, which is one of my favorite months, I decided to go a little witchy. And let's see. Yeah, so I was just doing things a little witchy, and then I would get birthday cards or Halloween cards, so I would put that in there. And then November came, and it was November with Creative Minds Coffee Grinds. And so she gave a whole list of gnomes. I'm just going to pass through because I've done videos on this before. If not here, over on Instagram, there's a whole thing. So then it came to December, and I just had enough of doing this and gave myself permission not to finish it. But I didn't get rid of this paper because this paper is just, this paper no longer is made. My understanding is that either the formula changed or there was a licensing or something of that nature. If someone knows more about it than I, please put it in the comments for everyone else, and I'll make sure to pin that at the top so people know it. But I know I can carefully rip this out and use it elsewhere when the time comes. But see, I had it for December, January, February, and it just was not going to give me the room I needed to make it that more fluffy. So that's why I didn't want to do it again, and I wasn't sure which one I wanted to get. So last year I got myself this. Hopefully it's not too shiny in the camera. I get this A6, and I got a cover on cover for it. This particular one I got on Amazon. Then I saw Simone get this particular cover on cover. It's astrological type of signs up in the sky. And all what this means is cover on cover is that these are usually kind of satiny, or sometimes you might get a cloth one. And this is a little larger, and you cover it so if you're going out and about with it, this doesn't get dirty and grimy or, you know, spilled on. So that's why it's important, unless you don't care, is to get another cover. Now you don't have to get something with items on it like I did this in 2022, and then also, this year, and then for next year. So I thought this was the most economical way. This is still in very good condition. Pink is not my first choice because I picked it late in the year, but I think it will make the designs pop. And then the inside of these, I just have some doodad days in there from various people that have sent me things. Like this sticker's from Pam Pocket. So it gives you pockets here because some people will use this as a wallet. And so you have this pocket over here, and then like a secretarial pocket and another secretarial pocket. And they always have something inside the pocket saying something. So this is for the 6x6, and it always comes with 2 bookmarks. And they have one with a rectangle and one with a triangle. I think so if you need to like get somewhere quick, you can assign each of those a place. So I'm going to just put these stuff to the side because we're going to put the new cover on cover. So let's do that first. No, there we go. Oh, I was very excited to know that Jet Pens had their items, and that it wasn't going to, I knew it wasn't going to take that long to get them, but I'm glad that they had them in stock. So as you can see, there's a little difference there. So to put the cover on cover, to start in one corner, put it in the other corner. Don't force it, because you don't, this is like a heat sealed seam, and if you rip it, that's it. It won't do it, or it won't work. And put the other two corners in there, and voila. They made it cut so you can get to the pockets and to the pin loops. And there. Now it looks like a whole new journal cover. And I finally realized, I thought this was to have for 2 pins, but as it gets chunky, this is for you to put your pen through both loops, and it kind of holds it together. I don't know if anyone else knew that. It took me a while, and I think watching a couple other Hobonichi users to figure that out. So, all right, I'm not going to put anything in here yet in the pockets because I want to change everything out. I actually want to put stuff in here for October. So that might be a short reel here or over on IG. Okay, now to the main event. This is the Avec Hobonichi Techo for 2024 original. I got the one in Japanese because it's originally from Japan. I thought to stay true to tradition instead of waiting for the English one. Now, unlike the A5 cousin, this comes in 2 different books. So you have January to June, and then you have July to December. See how much thinner that is? Now, if this was a Hobonichi cousin, it would probably be that thick, even at this size. But I've seen some people use these over the years, and I'm like, you know what? This will lessen my anxiety and my anxiousness of like, oh my gosh, I have to get this filled. And I like how they color coded the covers, even though this might be covered full of stickers soon. So you will know this is the first one and this is the second one. I'm assuming that's what they did. But look how cool this is. Like I said, they color coded each month. They didn't start again up here for the second part of the year. It just continues. So before we go to that, when you buy one of these, you get a little paper that talks about it. And this year is presented this way. If this looks familiar, this is the artwork that they used on their website to show what was coming in their lineup. So like here's just showing different covers. Then, excuse me, in Japanese, it's explaining to us what the daily page is and the variety of ways you can use it. It shows you of, I'm not sure, let's see, this looks like the weeks, which is a different Hobonichi. And then here it's like probably on the undated one. And then this other one where it looks like it is the 5-year one. So they have a new one that has the actual cover attached to it. It's a hard cover, and a lot of people were excited about that. I like these ones because of the flexibility. So if I needed to flatten it, but it's supposed to be flat. It's supposed to lay flat anyways. Also tells you about the different tools that they have on their website that you can use. Then on this side, their theme this year is Life is a Present. You got to write that down. And then this side I love because then you get to see more of the artwork from the person that did it for their website. And it just shows different things. Good morning, let's fly, thanks for the lift, happy birthday, squeeze. Is it only Wednesday? A deal, together's better. Let rock, paper, scissors for it. got your handkerchief, all those cool things. So I don't lose it. I'm actually going to put that right here, and it fits perfectly. Both of these are the same, but I'm just going to quickly go through this, and that will be this video. They come with a cover side. Oh, and the paper is white. Is the paper white in here? This is the old Tomoe River paper, and this is the new. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but this was a little lighter. This is a lot brighter. So they come with a hardcover. I mean, there's they glued an insert, not an insert, but a cover part, front and back. And you know that you have not received a Hobonichi that was a fraudulent one, is that they stamp each one with a serial number. So you know that it's a authentic Hobonichi. So this particular one starts out with a 3 years at a glance. And then it does future, I guess people call it future sites or future plans for later. Starts in December of this year and runs through March of 2024. Actually, I'm sorry, March of 2025, because it says December 2024, so 2025. So future plans, this I might use to document the art fairs that I will attend next year selling my items. Then just like the A5, then they do the months all together, and this goes through July. Let's see, July. It says, oh yeah, it's June, so they give you a head start July of 2024. So just real quick, let's see what's the first month here. They give you the same future dates. Okay, it starts June. Okay, so you have an overlap. Even though this says it ends in June, this starts in July, it gives you an overlap. So you can transfer your June over here and start with July, or go all the way through July and then transfer over here. Whatever floats your boat. Okay, so just like the other ones, it gives you all the months. Then I like this because it says turn the page for a new year. And so they give you 1, 2. This one only gives you 2 blank pages, and then it starts the dailies. And that goes all the way through June. So what's really cool about this is that doing A6 instead of the A5, I'm going to find doing the dailies a little more doable for me. So it's the same thing, and then the color just changes for each month. Before you get to your other one, they give you a blank paper after June 30th. Timetable, if you're one of those people that needs to put on a schedule. They do graphic paper, and they give lines that will fit some of their stamps. They give you one page of favorite, movies, books, music, places to eat, shopping, or maybe concerts because it's clapping. My 100, let's see if it's over here. Yep. Okay, so you have 2 My 100s. So you can fill it here and then maybe do a 100 for the second half of the year. Okay, and then 2024, they're having questions, asking you different questions. Then they're giving you some different recipes. Let's see if this one does the same. Yep, different recipes. Looks like desserts. And then here it looks like some things to do besides looking at your tablets and your phones. Relaxing. Oh, see, it even's telling you how far you should look at your phones and how to rest your eyes and stuff. This, without knowing Japanese, I know what this is. And maybe this is a concern because we are so driven of listening and looking at our tablets and our computers and phones. For macular degeneration, you stare at this spot, and then if you see a dark spot or it starts to be wobbly or both, go see your eye doctor. And the only reason I know that is I have macular degeneration in one of my eyes personally, and I have a little test thing that I'm supposed to stare at and do the same thing. So that's what that's for. Then it looks like they're telling you about bugs and produce and fish and birds that you can find if you go around into Japan. This one I do not know without Google Translate, but if I do, I'll type something on the screen to let you know when you watch this. And then this looks like address or emergency information. And then this looks like measurements. Okay. Oh, information. Think of different websites. Gifts. So to and from. Gifts that you give and gifts that you receive. So remember to write your thank you notes if you were taught to do that. This is the horoscope, the year of. Next year is the year of the dragon, and I cannot wait. That's going to be a lot of fun, getting a lot of different cute dragon stuff. So this shows you all of that. Here's some addresses for 6 people. So I know we don't carry around address books a lot, but if you use this and use it for Happy Mail, make sure you get your 6 favorite people. But now that you have it in twice, you get 12 people. Personal notes, so your information. And then information about their shop and their company. So here it shows that, let's see, this one was printed first. 10/82/74/1, I think, if I remember my math right. And then 10/83/27/1. So that is it. Thank you for watching this. I didn't mean to make it so long, so I will timestamp it so you can fast forward through it. If you watch this all the way through, please put down in the comments your favorite thing about journaling, or if you're a Hobonichi fan, what's your favorite thing about Hobonichi or looking forward to getting. Make sure you thumbs up, even share it, pass it on. It's the YouTubes, that's what they want us to do. So I'm looking forward to making more videos for you guys in the coming months. And thank you for sticking out with me, and hopefully we'll grow this community in the future. Until next time, bye!